ඉතින් අද කොලම්බෝ ඉඳලා මාලෙවලට ෆ්ලයිට් එකක් කරන්න යන්නේ. අද මම මේ ෆස්ට් ටයිම් යූස් කරනවා මේ FS2Crew කියන ඇඩ් එක. ඉතින් අද මට ඉන්නවා ෆස්ට් ඔෆිසර් කෙනෙක් බ්‍රයන්. එතකොට මට ක්‍රූ එක ඉන්නවා ලීඩ් ක්‍රූ මෙම්බර් ජැනට් ඉන්නවා පිටිපස්සේ. ඉතින් ෆස්ට් ටයිම් තමයි මම මේක කරන්නේ. බලමු ඉතින් අපිට කොහොමද මේක කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ කියලා. ඒත් එක්කම අපි SayIntentions AI use කරනවා AI ATC එකක් විදිහට. ඉතින් programs ගොඩක් එක්ක තමයි දෙන්නේ. හරි අපි ෆස්ට් අපි පොඩ්ඩක් බ්‍රයන් එක කතා කරමු. හරි new flight. Good morning, Brian. How are you doing today? And are you ready for the flight?
Good morning, Tharaka. I am doing well, thank you. Ready for the flight.
Ready go. එහෙනම් අපි cabin crew කතා කරමු. Hello, Janet. How are you doing today? You can prepare for the boarding.
Hello, Captain Tharaka. I'm doing well, thank you. Preparing for boarding now.
So, okay, Brian, let's do the preliminary cockpit preparations. You can do the cockpit preparations. ඉතින් අද මම වෙනදට කරන වැඩ ටික ඔක්කොම අපේ ෆස්ට් ඔෆිස් එකේ තමයි කරන්නේ. එයා APU bleed එක on කරා. Janet, you can make announcements for the passengers now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Sri Lankan Airlines Flight 1180. We are delighted to have you with us today. We are currently preparing for departure from Bandaranaike International Colombo Airport and will be flying to Malé International Airport. Our cruising altitude will be 36,000 feet, and we expect a flight time of approximately 1 hour and 13 minutes. Today's menu features Ceylon tea and Sri Lankan curry. Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and your seats are in the upright position. Thank you for choosing Sri Lankan Airlines, and we wish you a pleasant flight.
ඉතින් fuel අරන් යන්න ඕනේ අපි 1169. Passenger load passengers like सीधा टप कराया ना दे VCK होते हैं ना passengers aboard ना दे Then ATC information kamu it is in 127.2 127.2 I think
10 sky conditions, you have 1,800 feet temperature 27. Dew point 26. QNH 1013. Transition level 130. Caution bird activity. Drone activity reported in the vicinity, exercise caution when operating. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested.
Boarding completed.
Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Sierra.
Information Sierra.
Bandaranaque International Colombo Airport, information Sierra. 0310 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 4. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 1,800 feet temperature 27. Dew point 26. QNH 1.
Myself, your captain, the first officer and cabin crew. I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to see final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Everything clearance kamu clearance center departure 121.9 ground 0.9 तमाम clearance करने
Ground SmartCat 2022 request the Doodad 1 Delta departure.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Sri Lankan 1180 at stand Alpha 8 request IFR clearance to Male as planned, and we have information Sierra via type Airbus A320 Neo.
Ground SmartCat 166 request IFR to Singapore. Number 1.
Sri Lankan 1180, information Sierra is correct. Clear to mail. After departure, fly radar vectors. Lalam, then as filed. Departure, runway 4. Initial climb to 4000. Departure on 1, 32.4, squawk 2611.
Clear to Malay. After departure, flight radar vectors to Lalu, then as filed, departure runway 4, initial climb 4000, departure on 132.4, squawk 261 down, Sri Lankan 190. Squawk 261 andagatta.
Sri Lankan 1180, read back correct.
හරි අපි දැන් restart checklist එකක් කරමු. Brian, let's do the pre-start checklist.
Before start. Clock start. Parking brake.
checklist එකද මම කරන්නේ. Checked.
Takeoff speeds and thrust. Check.
Brian, let's do the pre-start checklist.
Windows, right closed.
Set and checked.
Beacon.
On.
Flight attendants, armed doors, and cross-check.
Before start checklist complete.
Before start checklist එක දැන් කරලා නෑ මට පොඩ්ඩක් වැරදුනා. ඒක හිතන්න එපා.
Ayubowan! On behalf of Sri Lankan Airlines and the entire crew, my name is Taylor, and I would like to warmly welcome you aboard Sri Lankan Airlines Flight 1180, departing from Bandra Naike International Colombo Airport and heading to Malay International Airport. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, do not hesitate to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly
Colombo
with us
ground.
today.
Good day. Air India 7 Papa Foxtrot on Charlie 21. Information Juliet on board. Request IFR clearance. Destination Port Blair.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Clear to Port Blair. After departure, fly radar vectors to Doctor. Then as filed, departure runway 22. Initial climb 4,000 feet. Departure on 132.4 and squawk 2142. Air India 7 Papa Foxtrot. Colombo ground. Air India 7 Papa Foxtrot. Request taxi.
අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මා ලෙවල්ට සීට් එකක් යූස් කරන්නේ නැහැ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට. ඉතින් අපි මේ විදිහට කරමු. බලමු දැන් ප්‍රශ්න විදිහට පුළුවන්ද කියලා clearance අපි වෙනුවෙන් ගන්න push and start. Brian, you can handle the radio communication and please get the pushback clearance for us.
I'll handle the radio communications, requesting pushback clearance now.
Yeah, එහෙම කිව්වට එයා කරන්න නැති සමහරට ඉතින් අපි බලමු. Sri Lankan 1180 request pushback can start.
Sri Lankan 1180, pushback and start approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved, face southwest, Sri Lankan 1180. Pushback करो.
Cabin attendants, arm doors, and cross-check. Ayubo 1, welcome aboard Sri Lankan Airlines Flight 1180, departing from Bandaranaike International Colombo Airport and arriving at Malay Sea International Airport. We expect a flight time of approximately 75 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for our frequent flyers. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To tighten, pull the strap. To release, lift the buckle. Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position and ensure that window blinds are opened for takeoff and landing. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode.
Colombo Tower.
Laptops or larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, is prohibited anywhere on board, including the
India
lavatories.
189, pass your message.
In the event of a loss of cabin
Colombo
pressure,
Tower.
oxygen masks will
India
drop
189 at
automatically.
runway 22, ready for
Hold the
takeoff.
mask firmly towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat or between the seats. To use, pull it out, place it over your head, and fasten the straps. Inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special life vests for children are also available. Floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits at the front, 2 over the wings, and 1 at the rear of the aircraft. The nearest exit may be behind you. In case of evacuation, please leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately. For your safety, the brace position is to lean forward with your head against the seat in front of you and your arms crossed. Please follow crew instructions at all times. The safety information card in your seat pocket contains all details. Thank you for your attention.
Brian, you can handle the radio communications now.
Pushback approved. Please face southwest.
Where are the line eකට pushback කරේ මේ නෑ overview. let's do the after start. ඉතින් යා ඔක්කොම කරනවා trim එක හැදුවා flaps දැම්මා spoilers arm කරා එයාට අමතක වුණා හැබැයි මේක that my speed brake maximum after start checklist after start checklist
anti-ice
off set and checked
ECAM status
checked
pitch trim
set and checked
rudder trim
set and checked
after start checklist complete
just start checklist complete vegan lights on
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
seat belts on seat belts on fuel pumps on ఉన్నాయి ඒක තමයි engine on එකත් හරි fuel pumps on නොකර තමයි engine on කරන්න try කරලා තියෙන්නේ crew එකත් එක්ක ඔක්කොම පැටලුණා ඉතින් පොඩ්ඩක් පොඩි අවුල් තියෙනවා ඉතින් මමම කරනවා වගේ නෙමෙයි එතකොට සමහර ඒවා වෙන්නේ නැහැ ඉතින් පොඩ්ඩක් චෙක් කරලා කරන්න ඕනේ හැබැයි ඉතින් මේ අයින් එක ගොඩක් helpful Brian, you can request taxi.
Requesting taxi clearance now.
What a taxi request Sri Lankan 180 request taxi to runway 04.
Sri Lankan 1180, runway 4, taxi via Papa, Echo.
Taxi Papa and Echo, Sri Lankan 180.
Runway 4, Papa Echo, Sri Lankan 1180.
එතකොට කියනවා
Sri Lankan 1180, runway 4, taxi via Papa, Echo. Please confirm.
taxi to runway 04 via Papa and Echo, Sri Lankan 1180. Starting taxi. अरे मैं lights on करा, taxi lights on करा. Check. Take off config normal. Decast standby. Taxi करके नहीं आ.
Ground Sri Lankan 1123, request taxi to gate.
राहुल कथा करना है.
Colombo Ground Sri Lankan 1123, request taxi to the gate.
Sri Lankan 1123, taxi to parking via Charlie Papa.
Flight controls. Let's do the flight controls check. Cool. Pull right, pull left, pull up, pull down, neutral, rudder, left, right, neutral, put up run amount, rudder number, Janagama.
Sri Lankan 1180, contact tower on 118.7. Have a good morning.
Switching to tower on 118.7, Sri Lankan 1180. Tower, Sri Lankan 1180, good morning, holding short of runway 4, ready for departure.
taxi ka bahawe na available lagi.
Sri Lankan 1180, Colombo Tower, runway 04, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
First officer Brian තමයි ඔක්කොම communications
Runway 04, cleared for takeoff, Sri Lankan 1180.
ඉතින් එතකොට වැඩි ලේසි ටිකක්. මම කොහොම කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. යා radio communications handle කරනවා. දැන් ready clear to take off කිව්වා.
Emirates 655, contact departure on 132.4.
Contact departure on 132.4, Emirates 655.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, contact departure on 132.4.
32-4, see ya.
Apex off कर लो. Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
1 plus F. Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1 146, V2 146, V1 146, VR 146, V2 146, flex 71. එවන්න මේ දෙක කියන්න ඕනේ. යාට කියන්න ඕනේ විදියක් තියෙනවා ඉදිරි කියන්න ඕනේ. හරියට. 146 146 146 flexing 71 degrees. Set and checked.
V1 146, VR 146, V2 146, ATC.
Set and checked.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Down to the line.
Takeoff checklist එක කරා. Takeoff flow. Time එක ගමන. Stable. SRS Manflex SRS 71 runway auto thrust blue. V1 rotate. Gear up. Gear up.
Sri Lankan 1180. Contact departure on 132.4.
Switching to departure on 132.4. Sri Lankan 1180.
Flap 0.
Packs are on.
Flaps up. Flap 0.
Colombo approach, Sri
Check
Lankan
speed.
1180, morning, climbing past 1000.
Speed check करेंगे ना.
Sri Lankan 1180 Colombo approach, radar contact. Climb 4000, turn left, heading 220, vectors to Lalam. Then as filed.
1,000 to go.
Flap 0.
Speed checked.
Climbing to 4000, left heading 220, vectors to Lalam, then as filed. Sri Lankan 1180.
ಈ vectors मध्ये गेली मला लोमल्ट direct करा. Vectors sure ना.
Flap 0.
Sri Lankan 1180, climb flight level 210.
Climbing flight level 210, Sri Lankan 1180.
Sri Lankan 1180, direct Lalam, then as filed, please.
ये तो मैं अभी के लिए direct ला लूँ. Sri Lankan 180 direct Lalum and then asphalt.
Sri Lankan 1180, contact Colombo control on 124.9er.
Contacting Colombo control on 124.9er, Sri Lankan 1180. Colombo control, Sri Lankan 1180. Good morning, climbing to 8000 for flight level 210.
Sri Lankan 1180, Colombo control, identified. Good morning, Colombo, QNH 1012.
QNH 1012, Sri Lankan 1180.
Dear guests, the lavatories are now available for your use. You may also use approved electronic devices in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you
landed them. First time down FS2Crew එක කරන්නේ. ඒ පොඩ්ඩක් විතර confusing වෙලා වගේ. ඒ වුණාට what it is that I think first officer කරනවා radio communications කරනවා climb करना 14,000 21,000 people. Brian, what do you think about the flight so far?
Flight's going smoothly, Tharaka. We're on track for mail.
We have very beautiful weather today. No clouds.
It sure is a beautiful day for flying, Tharaka.
Sri Lankan 1A 0, climb, flight level 360.
Climbing flight level 360, Sri Lankan 1180.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and
Columbia
also for your
Control,
safety.
123 Alpha Zulu is leaving 19.1, climb into flight level 280. Good afternoon. Continue to 280, Alpha Zulu.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, climb flight level 280.
Brian, how long have you been flying?
I have been flying for 3-5 years, Tharaka.
How many flights hours you have?
I have got over 3-5 years of flying experience, Tharaka.
And how many times have you flown to Mali?
I have flown to Male a few times during my career, Tharaka. It's always a beautiful approach.
What do you think about the food in Maldives?
The food in Maldives is fantastic, especially the seafood. You'll love it.
So I never been to Maldives. This is my first time flying. So tell me about Maldives bit, for some information.
Maldives is known for its stunning beaches, clear blue waters, and vibrant marine life. It's a popular destination for relaxation and water sports.
Have you done any water sports at this day of Maldives?
Say again.
Have you done any sports in Maldives, like water sports? Ikut namanya corona. Do you want anything to drink, Brian?
No thanks, I'm good.
Good afternoon. This is Piper Golf Alpha Tango Sierra Delta with you at 1400 feet.
Piper Golf Alpha Tango Sierra Delta, Colombo Control, radar contact.
Low departure on 132.4, Piper Tango Sierra Delta. Departure, this is Piper Golf Alpha Tango Sierra Delta with you at 1000 feet.
Janet, you can start your meal services now.
Understood, Captain Therica. I will begin the meal service now.
Janet, and also bring us some black tea for me and Brian.
Understood, Captain Tharaka. I will bring black tea for you and First Officer Brian shortly.
Brian, what do you think about the black tea in Sri Lanka?
Sri Lankan black tea is known for its rich flavor and aroma. It's quite popular.
Do you think the weather for our departure or arrival flight will be good, and or you don't have any idea about it?
I can't handle weather information for departure or arrival of the Raqqa.
Let's do some fuel check, Brian.
covers.
I'm going to do some fuel check.
Gear pins and covers.
Cancel the checklist.
Sure thing, checklist cancelled.
Coffee and tea. Janet, where is our coffee and tea?
The coffee and tea will be served shortly, Captain Tharaka.
Center Royal 1 Alpha, we would like to change our destination to Victor Oscar Bravo Lima.
Royal 1 Alpha, Colombo control identified. Good evening.
1,000 to go.
Cruise it out. And we reached to our cruising altitude.
We're cleared to climb flight level 360. Let's proceed to our cruising altitude.
We are in cruising altitude.
Dear guests, we are now at cruising altitude. The cabin crew will begin the snack and beverage service shortly. Today's menu features our popular Ceylon tea and delicious Sri Lankan curry. After the service, selected items from the Sri Lankan Airlines shop will be available for you to browse. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
We're at cruising altitude, Taraka.
Boring. हमारा तो ही बोला तो AI करता हूँ करेगा तो आगे करेगा stop is Colombo tonight senior customs again destination එකට තෝසිය එකක් තියෙනවා nautical miles nautical ආකාරයට Sri Lanka 1180 wind check
Sri Lankan 1180, wind 100 at 14 knots.
Roger Sri Lankan 1180 Janet, where is the tea?
The coffee and tea will be served shortly, Captain Tharaka.
Brian, are you hungry? Are you going to take the meal first?
I'm good, Tharaka. I'll wait until you're ready for the meal.
Sri Lankan 1180, expect the Hawk 1 Bravo arrival. Anticipate descent in about 20 minutes. If you'd like to descend now, just say the word. Clear direct. Mike 528.
Expecting Hawk 1 Bravo arrival. Cleared direct MM 528, Sri Lankan 1180.
MM 528 direct කරන්න destination arrival
Sri Lankan 1180, contact mail control on 123.9er.
Contacting mail control on 123.9er. Sri Lankan 1180.
36 ELS 36
Mail control Sri Lankan 1180. Good evening, maintaining flight level 360.
Sri Lankan 1180, mail control identified. Subha Sandhya.
Subha Sandhya. Direct करने के लिए MM 528 right Janet, what do you think about the flight today?
The flight is going smoothly, Captain Tharaka. The passengers seem comfortable, and the crew is well prepared for the service ahead. We'll make you the strongest one, just in case we do an extra lap today.
Brian, look at that beautiful sunset.
It's a stunning view, Tharaka. Always a pleasure to see from up here.
Brian, I heard that you worked in United Airlines before. How was the experience in United Airlines? Good work here.
Working at United Airlines was a great experience, Tharaka. Learned a lot and flew to many places.
What was the place that you liked the most?
I really enjoyed flying to New Zealand. Beautiful scenery and great airports.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I have also flown to New Zealand a few times and it was very beautiful.
New Zealand is indeed a beautiful place to fly over. The landscapes are stunning.
Then their airline is also good, right? New Zealand All Blacks.
Yes, Sri Lankan Airlines is known for its good service. The All Blacks are indeed a famous rugby team from New Zealand.
We have another 20 minutes for descent, I think.
That's correct, Tharaka. We'll start our descent in about 16 minutes.
Janet, can you come to the cockpit for a moment?
Understood, Captain Tharaka. I will come to the cockpit shortly.
Janet, you still did not give us any tea or coffee.
I apologize for the delay, Captain Tharaka. I will bring the tea and coffee to you and First Officer Brian right away.
Brian, now you are expecting to get the promotion as a captain, right?
No, I'm happy being your co-pilot, Tharaka.
Why don't you want to be a captain?
I am happy being your co-pilot, Tharaka, enjoying the role and responsibilities here.
Full name Brian, what is your full name?
Just Brian. I don't have a last name.
Mail control, Austrian 3336. Request QNH. Mail control, Austrian 3337. Request QNH. Mail control, Austrian 3337. Request QNH.
Brian, have you heard about this flight simulator called Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Yes, I have heard of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's quite popular among aviation enthusiasts.
What do you think about it?
Not clear what you said. Say again.
So, do you know there is another flight simulator called X-Plane 12? And which one is better in your opinion?
I have heard of X-Plane 1-2. Both simulators have their strengths. Microsoft Flight Simulator is known for its graphics, while X-Plane is praised for its flight dynamics.
So which one you prefer, flight dynamics or graphics?
I prefer flight dynamics for realism, but graphics are important too for immersion.
Yeah, කැමති explain flight dynamics ලිදී. nautical miles 208ක් තියෙනවා hockey වලට. බැහැගෙන යනවා. Do you think flying from United States to Europe is possible in A320 Neo?
Not clear what you said. Say again.
Do you think is it possible to fly from United States to Europe in A320?
The A320 typically doesn't have the range for a direct flight from the US to Europe without a stop. It's more suited for shorter routes.
How about A321?
Say again.
How about A321?
The A321 has a longer range than the A320, so it can handle transatlantic flights from the US to Europe.
Yeah, I've done a transatlantic flight before.
That's impressive, Tharaka. Transatlantic flights are quite the experience.
Absolutely, yes. And I have done a polar flight as well from Helsinki to Narita in A330-900.
That's impressive, Tharaka. The A330-900 has great range for long-haul flights.
What do you think about the polar flights, like going through the Arctic region?
Can you repeat that?
What do you think about flying through the Arctic region?
Flying through the Arctic region offers unique challenges and stunning views, but requires careful planning due to weather and navigation considerations.
Yes, you're 100% correct.
Great to hear, Tharaka. We're on track for our arrival.
Minute මාර්ථක ගවල් පල් ගියන ඇතුනක Janet, we will be descending shortly.
Understood, Captain Tharaka. I will prepare for the descent and make the necessary announcements.
Would you like to change from A320 to A330 as a first officer?
Say again.
Would you prefer A330 as a first officer? Do you like to change it to A330?
I prefer the A320, but the A330 is a great aircraft too.
70%, Edelweiss 68. Edelweiss 68, descend to flight level 240. Descend flight level 240, Edelweiss 68.
ඉතින් මේ Edelweiss 68 කියන aircraft
Request arrival information, Edelweiss 68.
Edelweiss 68 කියන aircraft එක ලංකාවට එන aircraft එකක් WK68 කියන නම ඉන්නේ. ඒක වයා මාලේ යනවා මට මතක විදිහට. ඉතින් මේ ගොඩක් මේ SayIntentions එකේ දෙන radio transmissions ඒ වෙලාවේ ඇත්ත aircraft බලලා තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ මේක දෙන ඇත්ත. Then I will descend the button now. Brian, request descent.
Not clear what you said. Say again.
Brian, request descent.
I'll request descent clearance.
Mail control, Sri Lankan 1180, requesting clearance to descend to 4,000 feet.
Sri Lankan 1180, descend via Hawk 1 Bravo into mail. QNH 1012.
Descend via Hope 1 Bravo into mail. QNH 1012. Sri Lankan 1180.
Janet, we started our descent.
Understood, Captain Tharaka. We will maintain our current altitude until further notice.
Report to flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. As you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Janet, please prepare the cabin for our arrival.
Understood, Captain Tharaka. I will prepare the cabin for our arrival.
Sri Lankan 1180, cross Tumsi at or above altitude 5000.
Cross Tumsi at or above 5,000. Sri Lankan 1180.
Request clearance.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Somebody at attending 1 Bravo into Male, QNH 1013, Singapore 432.
Brian, we are descending to Mel.
We're descending to Mail, continuing on the Hoke 1 Bravo arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination
Mail
shortly.
Control,
If you are
Sri
making a
Lankan
connection
1180,
to
cross
another
company
flight,
at or above
please see the
5,000.
customer service agent meeting this flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
VRMM scenery නම් ටිකක් දාගත්තේ නැහැ. ටැක්සි කොයි විදියට වේද කියන්න අමාරුයි. Look at that beautiful sunset, Brian.
It sure is a beautiful sunset, Tharaka.
Yes.
Clearance Austrian 254 Heavy, requesting IFR clearance to Vienna.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Sri Lankan 1180. Contact mail approach on 119er. Decimal 7.
Contacting mail approach on 119er decimal 7, Sri Lankan 1180. Mail approach, Sri Lankan 1180. Good evening, we're descending from flight level 150 to 5000.
Yeah, 4,000.
Sri Lankan 1180, mail approach identified. Ramadan Mubarak, clear to Pari transition. Expect the ILS X-ray runway 18 approach into mail.
Sugata 3636. Sri Lankan 1180, we need runway 36, ILS 36 approach.
Clear to Pari transition. Expect ILS X-ray Ray runway 18 approach into mail. Sri Lankan 1180.
Sri Lankan 1180, request runway 36.
Sri Lankan 1180, runway 18 is the only active runway at mail. Expect the ILS approach runway 18.
Expecting ILS approach runway 18, Sri Lankan 1180.
Sri Lankan 1180, we are unable to land on 18, we need runway 36.
Sri Lankan 1180, runway 18 is the only active runway at mail. Landing on runway 36 is not possible.
Cabin crew, please ensure that everyone is seated and has fastened their seatbelts. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach into Mal of Sea. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away and ensure your seats are in the full upright position. Make sure your seat belts are fastened. Our assigned gate is New Terminal 2 left. Thank you for your cooperation, and we look forward to welcoming you to Mal AC shortly.
अभी डायरेक्ट करूँ तो सीवर पे runway की change है ना 18 to 36 लैंड कराने की some flight ये ना मैं इंदा 1
Singapore 432, descend altitude 5000.
Descend to 5000, Singapore 432.
Try and activate approach phase.
Approach phase activated.
Sri Lankan 1180, I need you below 250 knots.
Seat belts on. Brian, are you ready for the landing?
We're ready for landing, Tharaka.
Cabin crew, be seated for the landing.
Understood, Captain Tharaka. I will ensure all cabin crew are seated for landing.
Singapore 437, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Singapore 437.
Singapore 437, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Singapore 437.
डिजाइन करा दिया खल पेटी मटे आर्टिकल माइस नतलिया गुजर
Direct Mike 400, then flight Edelweiss 67.
Edelweiss 67, climb flight level 250.
Flight level 250, Edelweiss 67.
Edelweiss 67, climb flight level 290.
Flaps 1. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
$2,500. $2,500.
Gear down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for that.
Flaps 2.
Gear down.
Flaps 2.
Main control, Lufthansa 815, request clearance. IFR clearance to Doha. We have information, Kilo, good morning.
Flaps 2. Flaps 2. Flaps 2.
Speed checked.
Sri Lankan 1180, proceed direct CI 18, clear for the ILS runway 18 approach. Sri Lankan 1180, contact mail tower on 118.1.
direct to the I-18, cleared for the ILS runway 18 approach. Sri Lankan 1180. Switching to mail tower on 118.1, Sri Lankan 1180. Malay Tower, Sri Lankan 1180. Evening, we're established on the ILS approach for runway 18.
Flaps 3.
1180, Malay Tower, roger. Continue approach, runway 18.
Flaps 3.
Sri Lankan 1180, Malay Tower, wind 100 at 13, runway
Speed checked.
18, clear to land.
Clear to
Flaps
land,
3.
runway 18, Sri Lankan 1180.
Flaps full.
Check speed.
Autopilot off.
One 1000.
Lufthansa 451, request ATMA clearance. Lufthansa 451, request IFR clearance.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Lufthansa 451 with information Oscar, cleared to jam control via the Eagle 1 Alpha departure. Departure runway 36, initial climb to 9,000 feet, departure on 119 at December 7, squawk 5545.
above. Minimum.
Continue.
$40. 30. 20. Retard. 20. 10. 5.
Auto brake off.
old Malets airports කියන ටික තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් මේකේ taxiways නෑ. ගලෙම්ම
Sri Lankan 1180, contact ground on 121.6.
Switching to ground on 121.6, Sri Lankan 1180.
After landing.
Malay ground, Sri Lankan 1180. Good evening. We're clear of the runway and ready to taxi to the gate.
Sri Lankan 1180, Malay ground, taxi to new terminal gate 2 left via Alpha. Good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened
Terminal gate
until
2
the
Lima
captain
via Alpha. Sri Lankan 1180.
is the smallest national capital in the world. It is also known for its vibrant culture and beautiful coral reefs. Thank you for flying with Sri Lankan Airlines. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of Captain Therica, First Officer Brian, and the entire crew, we wish you a pleasant stay in Mal RC. The local time is 6:06 p.m. If you have a connecting flight, please take note of the following. Flight UL 120 to Colombo, departing at SES of 7:30 p.m. from
Mail
Gate
ground,
5,
Cathay
and flight
866,
UL
request
230
taxi.
to London, departing at 8:15 p.m. from
Cathay
Gate 3.
866, say again, please. Cathay 866, request taxi. Mail ground, Cathay 866, we request taxi.
Exit. Cabin crew, we parked. Prepare for deboarding. Brian, what do you think about the landing? It's a crosswind landing of 14. We had a 14 knots of crosswind.
It was a solid landing, Tharaka. A crosswind of 14 knots can be challenging, but you handled it well.
Thank you.
Dear passengers, we have reached our final parking position at Mal RC International
Lights off.
Airport. On behalf of Captain Tharaka, First Officer Brian, and the entire crew, we thank you for flying with Sri Lankan Airlines, Flight 1180. We hope you enjoyed your flight and wish you a pleasant stay in Mal RC. Please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is turned off. Thank you.
You can start the deboarding now.
Dear passengers, we have reached our final parking position at Mal RC International Airport. On behalf of Captain Tharaka, First Officer Brian, and the entire crew, we thank you for flying with Sri Lankan Airlines, Flight 1180. We hope you enjoyed your flight and wish you a pleasant stay in Mal RC. Please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is turned off. Thank you.
Seatbelts off. හරි එහෙනම්
The doors verified.
Ground Singapore 431 with Quebec, requesting IFR clearance over to Singapore.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
හරි එහෙම තමයි
Solid ground,
flight එක
Speedbird
කරේ.
requesting push back.
එහෙනම් ගිහිල්ලා එන්නම්. ඉතින් ඒක තමයි
Speedbird
FS2Crew
60, push back approved, face north.
සහ SayIntentions AI collaboration එක. ඉතින් නිකන් යනවට වැඩිය ඉතින් කතා කර කර ගියා. ඉතින් ගිහලා පොඩි රියලිස්ටික් ගතියක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඔයාලා try කරලා බලන්න FS2Crew සහ SayIntentions AI හෝ Beyond ATC එක්ක flight simulators. අපි ගියා.